Hi, everybody. So, we have been discussing different kinds of experiments, right? So, today we will be discussing something which is very, very important for biotechnology to be able to understand biotechnology, and it is known as polymerase chain reaction. So, now, if you remember what we studied for replication, what happens in replication is that inside your body, one stretch of DNA. So let's draw it like this. Let's say this is a strand of DNA. One is running 3' to 5'. The other is running 5' to 3'. Am I right? So now what happens is, in your body there are enzymes which help in opening up the knots or opening up the helical bonds, helix, right? They are enzymes called, so let's say this helix was open. This is the structure which we have. Okay, so we have a 3' to 5' here and a 5' to 3' here. So first thing that was done was the helicase enzyme and also topoisomerases. What they do is that they help in unwinding the DNA, right? Taking out the helical structure, and they help in stabilizing it at the back to stop formation of the superknotting, right? There are also single strand binding proteins which will come and bind here, and therefore you will have somewhat a section of the helical DNA in a linear fashion. And then what happens is that DNA polymerase will assign complementary bases, but it can only do so in a 5 to 3 direction, correct? So for this it will make it like this constantly. For here you will have like this. Now DNA polymerase will come, but there are three problems with DNA polymerase. One is that it is inside your body, so it works at your body's optimal temperature, which should not be going beyond a 40 degrees Celsius. Am I right? So there is a temperature requirement. Then it needs a primer as a template base. It cannot start from scratch. So you need to add a primer. Okay, so your body adds a primer. And then from there on, the DNA polymerase can take over. Okay? And thirdly, it only can add to a 5' to 3' direction. Right? Which means that in the original 3 to 5, it will be a constant chain of nucleotides getting added. Here, it will do it in fragments. Such fragments are known as Okazaki fragments, right? So it's a very basic recapitulation of what happens during replication. Now, Dr. Kary Mullis figured that if we could do replication out of the system, what does replication do? It makes new copies of a DNA. So if we could replicate the DNA out of the human body, then we could produce as many copies of any DNA fragment that we wanted. DNA fragment or gene of interest, correct? So it is used as an amplification tool. So for example, if you have a certain amount of DNA fragment, there is obviously loss of DNA during experimentation, human handling, all of these, right? And also if it is a DNA whose source is no more available, you would want to store it. In all of such cases, initially, we wanted to amplify it. Later, it was figured that it can be used in diagnostic as well, right? It can be used in forensics as well. We will discuss all of the usages in quite a lot of detail. So as of now, let's first focus on the process of it, okay? Now in the process, it is very much like replication that happens in your body. But what are your caveats? What are the problems? क्योंकि ये बॉडी में नहीं हो रहा है ना, हमारे पास हेलिकेज नहीं है, तो डीनेचुरेशन करने के लिए या तो हमको हेलिकेज एक्वायर करना पड़ेगा, या फिर अ वेरी इजी वे वुड बी टू इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर, है ना, कोई कॉस्ट नहीं एसोसिएट होगा उसके साथ. बट जैसे ही हम टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज कर देंगे, जिस टेम्परेचर पे द हेलिक्स विल ब्रेक, है ना, the hydrogen bonds between your complementary base pairs will break, उस टेम्परेचर पे डीएनए पॉलीमरेज काम नहीं कर सकता है क्योंकि वो ऑप्टिमल से बहुत बहुत ऊपर है. ठीक है. और तीसरा, ये प्राइमर्स जो हमारी बॉडी ओरिजिनली हमको सप्लाई करती है वो हमको बाहर से वी विल हैव टू मेक इट. करेक्ट. सो दीज आर द 3 थिंग्स. ऑब्वियसली उसके साथ हमको न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स भी देने पड़ेंगे, है ना. सो नाउ देयरफॉर फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम, प्राइमर्स. तो हम आर्टिफिशियली अप्रोक्सीमेटली 20 न्यूक्लियोटाइड लॉन्ग प्राइमर्स बनाते हैं. ठीक है, जिसको हम पीसीआर मिक्सचर में डालेंगे. टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ टेम्परेचर, टैक पॉलीमरेज वाज आइडेंटिफाइड. टैक पॉलीमरेज एक पॉलीमरेज है जो थर्मस एक्वेटिकस करके एक बैक्टीरिया में मिलता है. ये थर्मस एक्वेटिकस बैक्टीरिया जो है ये हॉट वाटर गीजर्स में नेचुरली अवेलेबल है. तो ये अगर हॉट वाटर गीजर्स में नेचुरली अवेलेबल है, इसका मतलब ये हायर टेम्परेचर्स पे फंक्शन कर सकता है. So it has been seen that the Taq polymerase is the most active at about 70 degrees Celsius. Okay? And you will obviously supply DNTPs. Correct? When we have all of these, PCR will happen in 3 steps. First, हमको denature करना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए हम 94 to 98 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक के टेम्परेचर्स तक डीएनए को एक्सपोज करते हैं. Now this temperature is known as TM or melting temperature, which is directly proportional to the number of GC bonds. Why? Because G and C have triple bonds, right? So, जितना GC bond ज्यादा होगा in sample, एक bond बढ़ रहा है due to GC bonds, and therefore the temperature will also keep increasing. Right? So the amount of GC bonds in your sample will decide your TM. So if it is more, the TM will be at the higher end. Okay? जब हम इसको denature करेंगे पहले स्टेप में, what is पहला स्टेप? It is denaturation. Now, because it's a fragment, it's not the whole DNA, it is going to completely unwind itself and become 2 separate fragments. Correct? Now हमने Meselson installs किया है, हमको पता है कि ये सेमी कंजर्वेटिव मेथड में रेप्लिकेशन होगा. So for semi conservative method to happen, the next step is annealing or the addition of the primer. So we will, the primer is added, the primer will add itself. अब देखो, क्योंकि बॉडी में फिर भी एक एंड से ये कनेक्टेड होता है ना, तो ये मेरा दिस इज माई 3' एंड. करेक्ट. यहां से एक नया डीएनए बनेगा, मतलब नया राउंड ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन होगा, है ना, और यहां से एक नया राउंड ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन हो रहा है, ऑलवेज स्टार्टिंग एट द 3'. अगली स्टेज में हाउएवर जब ये वाला सेक्शन खुल जाएगा और यहाँ पे वाइंडिंग चालू हो जाएगी, है ना, सो दिस इज योर 3', 5', 5', 3. ये तो नॉर्मली सीधा चलेगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ पे यहाँ से जितना बन चुका है ना, that will stay and a new segment, a new primer is attached here and a new fragment is born here, right? So those are your Okazaki fragments. Why does it happen? Because there are still points of attachment going ahead in the whole day. But here, because the 2 strands have completely separated, the primers can attach to the open 3' ends. Correct? And then in the third step, we lower it down to 75 to 78 degrees Celsius. Why? उसके नीचे री-अनीलिंग हो जाती है, and also because the most active temperature is 70 degrees Celsius, correct? So then at this point the polymerase will start adding these DNTPs according to the complementary sequences, and right after this step is done, they will anneal themselves, and from 1 you have 2. Right? So now what has happened is, जो replication that usually happens inside our body has happened in a machine. We usually continue it for 25 to 30 cycles. So now a very common question is कि अगर मैं एक बार अगर साइकिल नंबर काउंट करूं और प्रोडक्ट काउंट करूं, है ना, तो फर्स्ट साइकिल में हमको 2 मिले, सेकेंड साइकिल में इससे 2 बन जाएंगे, इससे 2 बन जाएंगे, तो 4 मिलेंगे, राइट? तो थर्ड साइकिल में हमको 8 मिल जाएगा. So if you look at it, there is a direct correlation of 2 to the power n, where n is the number of cycles. Which means that in 10 cycles you will have 1, 0, 2, 4. Right? So it is exponentially increasing with the number of cycles. Am I right? So now, if you are asked that 30 cycles mein kitna hoga, we usually say 1 billion. If you are given, if the question comes, then you will be given obviously a number that you will be able to calculate. And then maybe if this is 3 or 4, then आप इस formula से number of product calculate करके निकाल सकते हो. Okay, I hope this much was clear. We will be discussing the uses of the process in the next video. Thank you.